Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I got an exciting review today that I think a lot of you might enjoy. The nice people over at Kinetic Labs sent over some Penguin switches for review, and I always love trying out new switches and seeing how they feel and sound, so I was really hyped to make today's video. Before I begin, I just want to thank all my viewers for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. When I started this channel as a hobby, I had no idea that I would even make it this far. It has been a lot of fun making videos and spreading the joy of the mechanical keyboard hobby to new people. So if you want to be a part of my community, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and feel free to come interact with me in my socials down below. And thank you once again to all my viewers. Looking at the product listing first, these Penguin switches are a tactile switch similar to Ergo Clears. I haven't personally tried Ergo Clears, but I've tried a lot of other popular tactile switches in the past, including Holy Pandas, Zelios V2s, and T1s, so we'll see how I feel compared to other tactile switches as well. The website lets you purchase at various quantities for different prices, with the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. At 10 switches, it is $9.99, which is kinda expensive, but at 110 switches, it is $64.90, which is 59 cents per switch, and is a lot better. If you were to only purchase for 60% or 65% build, getting 70 switches it would cost you around $44.10 at 63 cents per switch, which is a bit more expensive than T1s, but still cheaper than Kiwis and the super expensive Zelios and Holy Pandas. What's really interesting about the Penguin switches is that the website states that you don't need to film these, which is great, as it saves you both money and time. So moving on to the unboxing, the switches came in this little nice baggie. I got the 67 gram version today, and the website says that it also comes with some extra 78 gram springs for space bars and modifiers, but it seems that I didn't get any with mine. Taking a look at the switches, I really love how pretty they are. Baby blue is easily one of my favorite colors, and this switch is a 10 out of 10 for me in the aesthetics. And come on, who doesn't love penguins? Trying the switches out in its stock form, I wasn't too impressed as I hear a lot of spring pain. So let's lube these up and see if it gets any better. I'll be using some of the accessories that Kinetic Labs sent over as well, including their switch opener and their lube. I decided to use the GS1 lube instead of the GS2, since the GS1 is thinner and recommended for tactile switches. Comparing this lube to something like the Krytox SoFi Grey Zero or Tribosis 3204, it was way thinner. That being said, let's get to lubing these switches. So if you're a normal human being in this world, you would hate how boring and time consuming the lubing process is, and that's me included. So if you could press the like and sub button as a token of appreciation for me going through this tedious process that I hate, just to show you whether these switches are good or not, I would really appreciate it. When lubing tactile switches, some people don't lube the legs to preserve the tactility. For me, I like to lube them since it feels smoother, and I thought I might as well since this lube was so thin anyways. As I painfully finish lubing all the switches, let's take a listen to a sound test of the switch in its stock form compared to its lubed form. So I'll be putting these switches in my KBD67 Lite. I really like how this board feels and sounds, so I wanted to see how the Penguin switches would shine on this keyboard. I also got the perfect keycaps to match the switches. I know I've used them in previous videos in the past, but JTK Arctic is literally the perfect keycap for the Penguin switches. Everything from the colors to the theme matches, and there's even a little penguin keycap to match the switches. let's take a listen to the full sound test of this keyboard now. So what are my thoughts on the Penguin switches? I'm actually pretty impressed by them. The bump feels pretty rounded and reminded me a lot of the T1s. Tactility wise, I feel like they're somewhere in between the T1s and the Zelios V2s. Although Holy Pandas are fun to type on, after a while they get so tiring due to the fact that their bump is so sharp. I feel like with a switch like the Penguins, I can use it for a longer duration without experiencing that fatigue. The housing on the switch is pretty secure as well, so I didn't feel like you needed to use any switch films. I used a thin Lube with GS1 today, but if you were to use something like the Krytox 205 Grey Zero, you could probably make the switch sound even deeper. Overall, I'm pretty happy with these switches. Just from the colors alone, I was super happy with them, and I ended up liking how they feel too. Even though I mainly like linear switches now, I think I'll be putting these on in one of my keyboards to put in the rotation. I want to thank Kinetic Labs once again for sending these out. I'll have links down below to check them out, which supports me as well. I want to thank the viewers that made it this far. I'm really grateful for 1,000 subscribers, and I got more exciting content planned as well, so if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button already, I would really appreciate it if you do. As always, I'll put my socials down in the description, so come interact with me on there as well. Until next time, stay safe and take care.